Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the International Conference on World Breastfeeding Week, breastfeeding, diet and nutrition, parenting, education, health, well-being, environment, and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 76 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Arts, Sciences and Well-being. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's sessions. Presenters who are waiting for their presentations, who have registered, can share your details in the chat box in the format mentioned on the screen. We'll take up the commemorations and then we will move on to presentations. Today, we are celebrating two important days, which is very significant, not only to our event, World Breastfeeding Week, because, in the nature, we have so many species which are very similar to human beings, like apes, chimpanzees, monkeys, and all. And we have cows, especially mammals. We have elephants. These are very closely resembling us in many ways. You can see how the nurturing, parenting, and taking care of their offsprings. And in various aspects, we can see similarities, between. They are closely similar, being mammals and also in various other aspects. So today we are celebrating World Elephant Day, and we are also celebrating International Youth Day, because especially when coming to India, which is largest populated in the world and also has the largest population of youth in a nation, that is India. So, and moreover, the reproductive age, when we call about youth, then one of the significant factor, that is they are productive not only in terms of employment, in terms of economy, in terms of various other aspects. They are also productive in terms of reproduction. So these are the ages where they are experimenting or where they are trying to get into relationships and also getting married and getting into familyhood, parenthood. So this is also very crucial. That's why today we have made it part of this 10 days conference, as this is also very significant. Youth is very significant population which can promote breastfeeding, and at the same time, because we are talking about sustainable development, we can also see how elephants, as a magnificent animals, mammals, are very important for the sustainable development and also in protecting conservation of nature and environment. So today, on August 12th, we are celebrating World Elephant Day. So personifying prehistoric beauty, theological relevance, and environmental importance, we honor one of the Earth's most magnificent creatures with World Elephant Day on this August 2024, 12th. Over the last decade, the number of elephants have significantly dropped by 62%, and they could mostly extinct by the end of next decade. See, by another hardly 10 years, that is one decade, all the elephants would vanish because of our acts, human acts. And don't worry, our turn is also next only. In another 50 to 100 years, even human beings also will become extinct. If we don't change ourselves, if we don't learn and change ourselves, along with many species, even human beings, which are also part of 8.4 billion species, are also going to become extinct soon. And whatever we have generated so much of science and technology, where we are proud of, will be of no use to anyone, because these are only required for humans, not for animals, not for plants. They are counterproductive to them. And what will they do with all these things, right? It is useless for them. And whatever efforts the humans have put will all go into vain and drain. This is what happens when we are so selfish, so mean to ourselves, and we don't care about others, other species on the planet. And in such cases, we'll perish. So we should not choose extinction. So the only way out is choosing coexistence. Coexistence with nature, flora and fauna, environment, in harmony, in peace. Only in that way we are going to extend our extinction a little further, and more we are cooperative with the nature and environment. The date continues to extend, and finally we will come to a position where we all thrive on the planet. But that is not happening, unfortunately. Year by year, things are getting worse because of human activities. And we are not learning, and we are becoming more aggressive abusive, exploitative in terms of consumption of natural resources and depriving of resources to other species, which is causing endangerment and extinction. Even many such species are going to become extinct. And it is estimated that, and elephants are not an exception. It is estimated that every day 100 elephants are killed by poachers. Imagine 100 African elephants are killed by poachers. And the desire for ivory in Asian markets has led to slaughter of thousands of elephants. World Elephant Day was created to raise awareness and create change to save these majestic creatures. Since its founding in 2012 by Patricia Sims and the Elephant Reintroduction Foundation of Thailand, along with 100 elephant conservation organizations worldwide, more than 100, over 100 elephant conservation organizations worldwide, World Elephant Day has reached millions of individuals who love elephants and want to do whatever they can to help. World Elephant Day is a day where organizations and individuals can rally together to give a voice to the issues threatening elephants. This powerful collective global movement offers a way to establish and endorse conservation solutions to make the world a safer place for elephants and their habitats so future generations can appreciate them. So let's combine all our efforts on August 12th for World Elephant Day 2021 to help preserve and safeguard elephants from the multiple threats they face. Elephants and humans have come a long way together throughout the history of civilization. Thanks to the sheer expanse of African elephants' natural environment, as well as its size and threatening posture, it has largely managed to resist captivity and domestication. The Asian elephant, on the other hand, which has lived alongside humans for over 4,000 years, enjoys great respect and is associated with a variety of cultural and spiritual customs, even treated as God, the famous god known as Ganesha, or elephant god, or Ganapati, in various cultures and treated with utmost respect and importance. In Thailand, for example, the elephants are a national icon, with a national holiday dedicated entirely to them. And they can even receive a royal title from the king. In spite of all the above, there is still a lot we don't know about elephants. They have the biggest brain of any land animal, which makes them clever, conscious, social, and empathetic. These are the qualities of humans as humans strive for in ourselves. Similar features and qualities are found in elephants. That's why, humans and elephants are very close to each other. Humans and elephants share many characteristics, and they are possibly more like us than any other animal. But we are putting their future in jeopardy and threatening their essential biodiverse habits throughout Asia and Africa. Because Asia and Africa host most of the elephants on the planet. Elephants are a keystone species for their environment, since they promote healthy ecosystems and encourage biodiversity. As the World Elephant Day website says, To lose the elephant is to lose an environmental caretaker. They are the guardians. They are the caretakers of environment and an animal from which we have much to learn. We can save elephants by enforcing stronger local and international protection policies and legislation for wild elephants against poaching and illegal trade of ivory, promoting better management of the natural habitats, educating people on the vital role of the elephant in ecosystems, improving the way elephants in captivity are treated, and if necessary, reintroducing captive elephants into wildlife reserves to allow a natural replenishing of endangered populations. These are just some of the aims of various elephant conservation organizations around the world. Elephants are running out of space and time. We have to work together to prevent senseless poaching and the trafficking of ivory and establish protected natural sanctuaries in which elephants and other wildlife can thrive before it's too late and they are all gone. Greek general Pyrrhus attempts to restore Alexander the Great's empire by invading southern Italy with an army that includes 20 armed and armored elephants in 279 BC. Famous Carthaginian general Hannibal leads a cavalry of 37 elephants across the Alps Surus. The only elephant to survive becomes this mount for 15 years. Since 218 BC, a Jewish trader named Isaac is sent by Charlemagne to procure an elephant who would later be immortalized in many of the Arabian stories. Since 801 AD, Jumbo Circus owner P.T. Barnum's famed elephant that he purchased in France is struck and killed in a rail yard accident. Barnum continued making handsome profits off exhibiting the elephant skeleton, Jumbo the Elephant, in 1885. The Edison Manufacturing Company films the public electrocution of an elephant named Topsy, conducted by General Electric, and Edison kills the elephant in 1903. An elephant by the name of Mary, who crushed her ill-equipped assistant trainer after poking her in an infection, is hung by the neck for murder. This murderous Mary in 1960. Only about 40,000 to 50,000 elephants are left in the world. The rest are in captivity. No, these are not all wild elephants, including the ones which are also in captivity. And by the time this report has come, after that there are this is only the statistics that are there much earlier. Now we don't see even thousands of elephants available on this planet, living on this planet. So it's high time we protect these environment caretakers, environment guardians. Otherwise, soon we need to forget about animals. There is a severe threat to the extinction of human beings. Most elephants can live up to 60 years. According to veterinarians and wildlife experts interviewed by National Geographic, as well as an examination of the past elephant die-offs, possible causes include the ingestion of toxic bacteria in water, anthrax poisoning, poisoning by humans, viral infection from rodents, or a pathogenic microbe. So these are the causes which is mostly killing the elephants. Apart from that, human poaching and human hunting. This is more severe. It is the most important cause, a threat. Elephants are facing threat from human beings, human species. Elephants are startled by things that move them very fast. And they are afraid of mice and cheetahs, especially those who move very fast, like mice and rats. It's not because they quickly move here or there. So that's why. According to animal behavior experts, elephants have often observed and filmed being scared of anything moving around her feet, regardless of its size. See, that's why we also need to learn about the behaviors of animals, especially when they are used in various events. We see why most of the time, because we humans, after knowing so much, after learning so much, after so much experience, we also get irritated, agitated, frustrated, and we misbehave. And even our prediction is also sometimes become unpredictable. And imagine an elephant. Most of the stampedes or the casualties which happen is due to, not considering the elephant's mood, emotions, and kind of space the elephant requires. When we observed also many accidents or stampedes or casualties that happen, we see most of the time, the people, the causing environment is causing the discomfort, the frustration, agitation, anxiety in the elephant, that it is threatened. That's why it misbehaves, because it is threatened by the environment, by the people in the environment, by the animals in the environment. And it tries to protect itself, and it tries to withdraw itself from that environment. That is why you can see elephant tries to just clean the space, maintain its space around by picking up and throwing up whoever is there on their way, whatever is there on way. Because the elephant also needs some space to move around. But especially in events, cultural events, religious events, or wherever the elephant is used, often you see it is surrounded by coas, unless and until they are used to it, they are exposed to it, and they are properly taken care of, it would be very difficult for them also to manage. That's why most of the times, because humans misbehave, either they use heavy drum sounds that cause, anxiety, fear in them, and inconvenience, discomfort. And there are a lot of people moving around. So that also causes discomfort to it. And moreover, there are fireworks, and it also makes elephant afraid of it. And a lot of, all these threatening climate, environment there, it makes animal more fearful, and it tries to withdraw from the environment. But will people allow? No. That's why what happens, once its levels are exceeding the threshold levels, it will forcibly try itself to take himself or herself out of the environment by clearing the environment. So that's how these mishaps and all these things happen. And people are also over curious, over excited, and they try to poke this elephants in numerous ways. They try to handle, they try to bother these elephants in various ways. That's why even elephants become fearful, excited, and also frustrated, irritated, and they wanted to withdraw themselves from that kind of environment. So it tries to go away naturally, but it is not allowed. So it will try to escape. And in that process, it harms to clear the environment. It might harm people or property around it. Definitely, it has to go withdraw itself from the environment. There is no other way. The people have to pave the way, and they will not leave it unless and until the entire event goes off, unless the purpose is solved. Now, what poor animal will do? What you will do? You will also shout at everyone, yell at everyone, kick whatever, take it and throw it. Now, what you will do if you are also in the same position, right? The same thing animal will do. What poor animal will do? So you have to make that animal comfortable, especially in such crowded areas which they are not used to, basically. So when you create more such kind of ambiguous, chaos environment, more human animal conflicts happen. There are various other reasons where human animal conflicts happen because lack of food. They are deprived of food, and elephants need to walk daily miles together. They cannot stay at one place. Imagine we are just 75 to 85 kilograms, our body weight. Some are a little bit less, some are a little bit more, doesn't matter. And we need to walk every day a few kilometers to keep us healthy, right? Physically fit. And they are also considerably having good weight. Now they also need to keep them physically fit, right? They also need to walk miles, at least 50 to 100 kilometers every day. They keep traveling, that's why they keep moving. And they also need energy, so they keep eating also. They keep eating, moving, sleeping. So they need space also to move around. That's why we have elephant corridors where frequently elephants keep moving, going, coming back. These are called elephant corridors. When we are obstructing, then the corridors or the pathways of elephants, they are very specific about their pathways, their corridors. No matter, they are very clever, they remember their way. They do not easily forget, or generally they don't get scattered, or they don't get lost. So they remember their pathways, they remember their corridors, they remember their habitats. So they keep going and coming back after their trails. It is also known as elephant trails. And whatever comes in between, that creates a human animal conflict. See, we are constructing so many buildings, so many even airports, even other stadiums, and so many apartments, where there are waterways, natural waterways. Canals were there and flood channels are there. Now, what happens when a flood comes? It will submerge the cities, towns, roads. What is happening nowadays? All the roads are turned into canals, water rivers. And recently, it is a common sight that whenever there are floods or heavy rains, we are seeing boats on the roads because water has submerged the roads, right? So, even in the same way, elephant also chooses its pathway and it remembers it, it continuously takes that way. So, whatever comes in between, it might be roads, it might be railways, or it might be any habitats. There is a conflict. So they know that is their way. And in that way, we have done something which is obstructing them. And that is causing, that is interrupting their trail. The path. They need to move ahead, right? We are not putting, that's why it is very important. We need to consider what we'll think that elephant only night will go somewhere, some other route. How it will go? You can go some other way, na? You have so much brains, intellect, and so much. Then why you cannot think? So you should not compromise, but animals and all other species should compromise. This is kind of attitude human beings carry. That's why these conflicts are coming. If you have to pass through elephant corridor, then you need to construct a bridge, underpass, or overbridge. In any case, if you either you have to go from top, or you have to go beneath, underground, so that the water or whatever naturally it is, some animals, some species, therefore let them be intact. So they will go on their way. Now, where is the conflict? Most of the conflicts happen like this only because we are encroaching into their habitats and they are losing their habitats. They are deprived of water, food, and habitats. And what they will do? Poor animals. They cannot cultivate themselves. No? Through their natural process, they are maintained. Through their consumption and excretion, the ecosystem is maintained, environment is maintained. And they keep traveling long distances. Wherever they go, they are eating and they are excreting. In the excreta, whatever is left out, whatever they are consuming, fruits, trees, plants, seeds, all, they are again put back on the ground. So that gives life. That is an ecosystem where again the trees from the seeds or from the left out stems and branches, they use this elephant dung, excreta, as a manure, and along with the soil on the land, they grow again. So in this way, elephant keeps rotating the cycle. So they keep consuming, and at the same time, along the same way, it also helps clearing the forest so that the small plants can thrive and vegetation flourishes and so many insects or animals also flourish. In a similar way, they also help in maintaining the nature and environment along with ecosystems. and also ensure their habitats are also healthy. So they also need their food. So that's why we need to understand the animal behaviors, the fellow species behaviors and habitats. If we are destroying our habitats, they are forced to destroy ours. Because where they will go, where they will live, we should not encroach their habitats and they should not encroach ours. As long as we do not disturb them and they do not disturb. But we are the ones who are disturbing them through poaching, through hunting, and through deforestation, and through sports, and various other reasons, getting into their habitats and encroaching their trails, paths, and corridors. That is creating a conflict. If that is being taken care of, then there are no conflicts. Most of the conflicts are due to humans only. Most of the disasters that are happening are because of humans only. Natural disasters occur very rarely. And that too earlier, more of natural disasters. But now, most of them are human disasters. Natural disasters occur rarely. Whatever because of our human activities, more and more natural disasters are happening. So that also affects the elephant corridors habitats. So what you can do now or over a period of time is to donate to the World Elephant Society or Elephant Reintroduction Foundation or any other conservation agency, or to the zoos nearby where elephants are kept, so that you can sponsor, you can adopt animal. Nowadays, most of the zoos provide adoption sponsorship. You can adopt an animal or a plant or any species, and you can fund it, sponsor it for as many days as you can, as much as you can afford them. In that way also, you will contribute to the conservation protection efforts of elephants and many more species. Because they focus on restoring natural habitats, changing legislation, and rehabilitation of these animals. Inform other people about what is happening to elephants and get your friends to sign a pledge or a petition, or share your love and concern for elephants with a hashtag World Elephant Day or World Elephant Day 2024. Educate yourself, learn about what others are doing to conserve and protect elephants. Support efforts to treat and care for these magnificent creatures in non-exploitative and sustainable environments where they can thrive, and join World Elephant Day's list of supporters. Elephant tusks are actually enlarged incisor teeth that first appear when elephants are around 2 years old. Their tusks are teeth. Elephants need up to 150 kg of food per day. That equals about 150 bags of chips. They eat a lot. The Asian elephant is an endangered species with less than 40,000 remaining worldwide. And the African elephant is threatened with less than 4 lakh remaining worldwide. These are old statistics, and the present statistics we will look if we try to fetch latest statistics. And there were more than 1 lakh elephants in Thailand at the beginning of last century. Today, there are less than 4,000. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now we have less than, even we are not crossing even 10,000 elephants across the world, not just in any country. Across the world, we have very few thousands of elephants, and daily 100 elephants are being killed. And imagine, daily 100 by 4,000, within how many days all the elephants will be killed, and there will be no elephant on the planet. So you can imagine what kind of notorious species we human beings are. So that is about, wildlife elephants. But those who are in captivity, they are under protection. But again, they have different challenges. Humans haven't been very kind to elephants throughout history, despite all they have done for us. They are intelligent, loving, and mysterious creatures that should be preserved. And even here also, Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism gives more importance to this elephant as elephant god Lord Ganesha or Lord Ganapati or Vinayaka, whatever names we are calling, they treat elephant as God. That's why we say that's the greatness of Sanatana Dharma as such. They treat every animal, every plant as divine and godly. That's why you see in Hinduism, especially, every god is associated with one or more plants and animals. You name a god, you will see an animal and plant associated. Why? Because to protect all species on the planet, human, flora, fauna. That is the greatness of Sanatana Dharma. Why people are deviating from it? Because they want only humans. They want to exploit plants and animals. That's why they deviated from Sanatana Dharma. This is, I'm telling in a very simple way, spoon feeding way. Why? You might be wondering why we are going away from such wonderful concept. Is we want to exploit. And if you are in the same settings, you will not be able to exploit, because that is not permitted. Everyone has equal rights. Everyone has their own duties. So there, if you do something to them, you'll be punished. You are violating their rights. In other religions, only humans. And others, flora and fauna, are left out so that you can exploit them. You can abuse them. You can misuse them. That is a major difference. Why I'm mentioning this at this point of time? Because when we don't see divinity, we tend to abuse, misuse, and we neglect it. And we destroy, harm them. Because there is no fear associated with it. There is no accountability, responsibility towards them. That's why we tend to harm them, kill them, poach them, hunt them, abuse them in all such and various such other things. So that should be avoided. That's why we need to embrace humanity or Sanatana Dharma. That is, we all are one family. So we all have equal rights. We all have our duties to perform. And we are nowhere superior or inferior to any species. All are equal. And we are completely dependent on our fellow beings. This is flora and fauna, nature and environment. That's why this One Health concept has come, where it's not just about human health, it's about the plant health and animal health that constitutes the One Health paradigm. That is what Sanatana Dharma has said. It is not just about humans. Humans are just one species among 8.4 million species. But it's not just one species has started dominating, and with its own so-called modern science, it has brought itself to verge of extinction. So that's why, which are due to greed and due to unsustainable practices, unscientific practices. Mostly why these all have become unsustainable or abusive? Because they are unscientific and they are out of greed, not for need. They are exploitative. That's why they are not scientific at all, because they are only concerned about humans. They are not concerned about the nature, environment, flora, fauna. That's why they are unscientific. Like humans, like a frog in a well. Frog thinks that the well is only the world. But is it true? No. There are billions and millions of wells on the planet. Until and unless that frog falls out of the well, it realizes then there are so many wells. Unless the frog gets into the ocean, then it sees that, oh, what we were thinking now is very limited. But this is something else. So similarly, human beings, the thought process, not everyone can understand everything. That is one another aspect where many people don't even understand materialistic things, the physical aspects. And we cannot expect everyone to understand the abstract concepts. So that is where, though everyone is capable, has the equal potential, not everyone reaches that kind of potential to understand the phenomena that are happening in this world. So that's why we need to take care of our flora and fauna as equally important as we are. As these magnificent creatures, elephants are crucial to the environment, which means they are keystone species, which means that they create and maintain ecosystems in which they live and make it possible for a myriad of plant and animal species to live in those environments. And see how God has created so many creatures. See, we humans don't have that kind of intellect, that kind of thinking. We call ourselves as superiors. But what we are doing, we are destroying. But what these elephants are doing, they are creating ecosystems. They are maintaining ecosystems. We are destroying the ecosystem. See? And we are killing, poaching elephants also. And see, directly, indirectly, how much we are destroying and digging our own grave. So the loss of elephants gravely affects many species that depend on elephant maintained ecosystems and causes major habitat loss and chaos and a weakening to the structure and diversity of nature itself. So when species like tiger, elephant is lost, you will lose a whole ecosystem, whole environment. Tigers are very crucial in guarding forest. That's why, you know, you cannot go anywhere where there is a tiger, right? So it is guarded by the tiger. The entire zone, that means entire forests are guarded by the tiger, so that no external human being can enter. There are tribes within the forest, and rarely it will harm them, and rarely those tribes also harm them. They coexist, live with each other. They know they are part of their ecosystem. So they protect, because of that, many flora and fauna species thrive. But when tigers are lost, there is no fear. So everyone starts encroaching, trespassing forests, and destroying by killing plants and animals, hunting them, poaching them, and clearing up the land and using it for other purpose. So that's why these are keystone species, called as keystone species. That's why, Project Tiger, Project Leopard, elephant. There is no such thing like Project Elephant, but elephant conservation, protection is very important. They are the environment caretakers. They are the environment guardians. And they are doing so much of work. They are maintaining. They are creating new ecosystems, which we are destroying. And because of them and their efforts, we are surviving. And we are killing them also. So we are digging our own graves. So elephants have the largest brains of any living mammal on earth, and will still have a lot of to learn from them. And we can't do that if they all are extinct. And we also don't know much about them. Right? So, let's all together on August 12th, World Elephant Day, help conserve and protect elephants from the numerous threats they face. On August 12, 2012, the inaugural World Elephant Day was launched to bring attention to the urgent plight of Asian and African elephants. The elephant is loved, revered, and respected by people and cultures around the world. Yet, we balance on the brink of seeing the last of this magnificent creature. We admire elephants in part because they demonstrate what we consider the finest human traits: empathy, self-awareness, and social intelligence, and many. But the way we treat them puts on display the very worst of human behavior. The escalation of poaching, habitat loss, poaching, human-elephant conflict, and mistreatment on captivity are just some of the threats to both African and Asian elephants. Working towards better protection for wildlife elephants, improving enforcement policies to prevent the illegal poaching and trade of ivory, conserving elephant habitats, better treatment for captive elephants, and when appropriate, reintroducing captive elephants into natural protected sanctuaries are the goals that numerous elephants conservation organizations are focusing on around the world. So, World Elephant Day asks you to experience elephants in non exploitative and sustainable environments where elephants can thrive under care and protection. On World Elephant Day, August 12, express your concerns, share your knowledge, and support also solutions for the better care of captive and wild elephants alike. Support World Elephant Day so that we can continue to be a collective voice speaking out on behalf of elephants. Elephants are simply one or more natural resources that is being caught up in human greed on one hand and human need on the other. We somehow need people to become reacquainted with nature, or they can have no clue as to the interrelatedness of cause and effect. Do not buy ivory or other wildlife products. Be an elephant aware consumer. Currently, it's not legal in California, New Jersey, New York, Hawaii, Oregon, Nevada, and Washington states. Ivory ban legislation is also currently being considered in Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Massachusetts. Study elephants in their keystone role in the environment and interrelationships with plants and other animals because all of nature is interconnected. Visit elephants in countries where they live in the wild. Tourism benefits the economy, provides needed jobs, deters poachers and abuse, and gives you the opportunity to experience the beauty, intelligence, and emotional capacity of these magnificent giants. If you wish to experience elephants in their natural environment, choose ecotourism operators who support local elephant conservation projects and who treat elephants with respect and dignity. Learn about and support organizations that are working to protect habitat for wild elephants and finding solutions for human elephant conflict. Support organizations that are working to stop the illegal poaching and trade of elephant ivory and other wildlife products. Support organizations that are protecting wild elephant habitat. Support organizations that are building natural sanctuaries and alternate habitat for domesticated elephants to live freely. Support healthy, alternative, sustainable livelihoods for people who have traditionally relied on elephants, wild animals, and natural resources. Learn about indigenous cultures that have traditionally lived in harmony with elephants. Be aware of the elephant habitats. Do not buy coffee that is not fair trade or shade grown, nor products with palm oil. These commercial crops are grown in plantations that have decimated elephant habitats. Only buy wood products that have been certified by Forest Stewardship Council, which promotes responsible management of the world's forests, the natural habitats for elephants, and wildlife. Talk about elephants at your school, college, university, organization, offices. Initiate an elephant study group to share knowledge and ideas about the plight of elephants and what can be done to ensure their survival into future. What you do love about elephants? What do you love about elephants? Their intelligence, empathy, caring for one another are just a few of their qualities. Embrace these qualities and live them in your life. Use your love of your elephants and World Elephant Day on August 12th to start a conversation with the next person you meet. Tie a string around your finger right now, so like an elephant, you don't forget. Elephants are living treasures, nature gardeners, nature's great teachers. So, on this day of World Elephants Day, bringing the world together to help elephants, we request, plead, urge everyone to join us in the conservation, protection, and promotion of elephants on this World Elephant Day. Today, we are also commemorating World Youth Day or International Youth Day on August 12th with the theme for 2024 From Clicks to Progress Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. Half of the people on the planet are 30% are 30 or younger, and this is expected to reach 57% by the end of the 2030. Survey shows that 67% of people believe in a better future, with 15 to 17-year-olds being the most optic about this. The majority of people agree that the balance in politics is wrong. More than two-thirds, 69% of people across all ages, agree that more opportunities for younger people to have a say in policy development. Change would make political systems better. Globally, only 2.6 of parliamentarians are under 30 years old, and less than 1% of these young MPs are women. Digitalization is transforming our world, offering unprecedented opportunities to accelerate sustainable development. Digital technologies such as mobile devices, services, artificial intelligence are instrumental in advancing sustainable development. And sustainable development goals, data generated from digital interactions. Supports evidence-based decision making with profound impact across economic, social, and environmental dimensions. Digital technologies and data contribute to at least 70% of the 169 SDG targets, while potentially reducing the cost of achieving these goals by up to US dollars 55 trillion. Young people are leading the charge in digital adoption and innovation, with three-quarters of those aged 15 to 24 using the internet in 2022, a rate higher than other age groups. However, disparities persist, particularly in low-income countries and among young women who often have less access to the internet and digital skills compared to their male counterparts. While there is an urgent need to enhance digital inclusion, youth are largely recognized as digital natives, using technology to drive change and create solutions. As the 2030 deadline for the SDGs approaches, the role of young people in digital innovation is essential for addressing the global issues. By celebrating the digital contributions of youth, we can inspire further innovation and collaboration towards achieving sustainable development. Youth can be a positive force for the development when provided with knowledge and opportunities they need to thrive. Today, there are 1.2 billion young people aged 15 to 24 years, accounting for 16% of the global population. By 2030, the target date for the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, that make up the 2030 agenda, the number of youth is projected to have grown by 70% to nearly 1.3 billion. The ECOSOC or ECOSOC Youth Forum, the largest annual gathering of young people under the UN banner convened at the United Nations. From April 16th to 18th, this year's forum echoed the theme of 2024. The high-level political forum reinforced 2030 agenda and eradicating poverty in times of multiple crises. The effective delivery of sustainable, resilient, and innovative solutions. The three-day event featured plenary sessions, interactive thematic and regionally based discussions, and discussions on innovative solutions for young people in the implementation of 2030 agenda. When we look at the background, in 1965, in Resolution 2037, the General Assembly endorsed the Declaration on the promotion among youth and of the ideals of peace, mutual respect, and understanding between the peoples. From 1965 to 1975, both the General Assembly and the Economic and Social Council emphasized three basic themes in the field of youth: participation, development, and peace. The need for an international policy on youth was emphasized as well. In 1979, the General Assembly, by Resolution 34 by 150, designated 1985 as International Youth Year, Participation, Development, Peace. In 1985, the Resolution by 40 by 40, the Assembly endorsed the guidelines for the planning and suitable follow-up in the field of youth. The guidelines are significant for their focus on young people as a broad category comprising various subgroups rather than a single demographic entity. They provide proposals for specific measures to address the needs of subgroups such as young people with disabilities, rural and urban youth, and young women. Wide Source Resolution 50 by 81. In December 2009, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 64 by 134, proclaiming the year commencing 12th August 2010 as the International Year of Youth, calling upon governments, civil society, individuals, and communities worldwide to support activities at local and international levels to mark the event. The year will coincide with the 25th anniversary of the first International Youth Year in 1985. The International Youth Day is commemorated every year on 12th August, bringing youth issues to the attention of the international community and to celebrating the potential of youth as partners in today's global society. The idea for the International Youth Day was proposed in 1991 by the young people who were gathered in Vienna, Austria, for the first session of the World Youth Forum of the United Nations system. The forum recommended that an International Youth Day be declared, especially for fundraising and promotional purposes, to support the United Nations Youth Fund in partnership with youth organizations. In 1998, a resolution proclaiming 12th August as International Youth Day was adopted by the first session of the World Conference of Ministers responsible for youth, which was hosted by the government of Portugal in cooperation with the United Nations, Lisbon 8 to 12, August 1998. The recommendation was subsequently endorsed by 54th session of the General Assembly in its resolution and resolution 54 by 120 entitled Policies and Programs Involving Youth on 17 December 1990. The Assembly recommended that public information activities be organized to support the day as a way to promote better awareness of the World Program of Action for Youth adopted by the General Assembly in 1996. Security Council Resolution 2250, 9th December 2015, on youth, peace, and security represents an unprecedented acknowledgement of the urgent need to engage young peace builders in promoting peace and countering extremism, and clearly positions youth as important partners in the global efforts. Think about what you can do in your community and how you can effectively spread the message. Make it fun and relatable and use all your channels to spread the message. Think offline, think online, think social media or university newsletters, college newsletters or local newspapers or national newspaper, whatever it may be. Try to leverage the channels. Educational radio show, contact popular local national radio stations to request a slot to have a discussion with distinguished individuals and youth. Organize a virtual public meeting or debate to discuss young people's contribution to global issues. Initiate roundtable discussions among adults and young people to promote intergenerational understanding. Organize a youth forum to exchange ideas and discuss cultural backgrounds in order to help young people accept others and popularize a culture of nonviolence. Organize a virtual concert to promote International Youth Day and the launch of the year. Invite your local musicians and combine it with a panel discussion or invite a politician or policymaker to hold the keynote speech. Create an info point about youth related issues in the center of town village, at high schools or at university centers. Organize an exhibition, get permission to use a public space for an arts exhibit, which showcase the challenges of young people today or how young people are contributing to development. Try to involve young people in the domains of culture, arts, music to raise awareness on youth related issues. Let's watch a short video.
Young people are a huge part in progress and innovation in society. Is because
throughout history, the youth has always been the forefront of changing the landscape, merging cultures.
In order to create something that the world has never seen before.
We have to stress that youth get involved with all these policy making, make things more accommodating for them in the future, instead of copying the same thing that's been going on in history over and over again. Sustainable development goals for me is all about manifesting more inclusive, diverse people to come in and say what they think solutions to be for, such as quality education and climate change.
We just need everyone from a young age to even older ages to understand what it is and how it's going to impact the world to be a lot better than it is now.
To reduce inequalities, it should be based on the merit of the person themselves, because you don't know what you're going to get from someone just because of how they look. You only find out once you find out.
We have come a long way. I feel as though at the same time we contradict ourselves, because if a female and a male have the same knowledge and at hand, they should get paid the same.
As the technology develops, we make sure that people don't get left behind. We all have equal opportunities, and we can all make a difference for the future.
Equal is just equal. In my mind, it's just those two dashes on top of each other. I don't think it should have such a complex definition. It's a universal definition. Equal is equal. 1 equals 1.
cuando empecé a entender que en realidad la crisis climática tenía que ver con los derechos humanos básicos, con la violación a esos derechos humanos básicos, como el derecho a la salud, el derecho al agua potable, el derecho a la vivienda, a la vida incluso, es cuando se me hizo un clic en la mente, y además al empezar a leer las proyecciones hacia cuál iba a ser ese futuro que mi generación iba a tener que heredar, pero que a su vez no lo habíamos decidido, fue un poco esa angustia lo que me llevó a tener que convertir esa bronca, ese enojo, en acción, y creo que tomé una de las mejores decisiones de mi vida, que fue convertir ese enojo en acción colectiva. Millones y millones de personas presionando en la calle, pero también en el sector privado, trabajadores de sus empresas, alumnos en sus escuelas, digamos, cada uno en su ámbito que tiene de influencia, para que esos cambios se den de lo micro a lo macro. Creo que también son importantes esos cambios locales, que a veces son más fáciles de conseguir que cuando hablamos de algo internacional o cuando hablamos de algo nacional, ver qué cambios puede hacer tu ciudad, ver qué cambios puede hacer la empresa en la que trabajás, digamos, definitivamente, ¿qué es lo que se tiene que hacer? Seguir presionando, por más que a veces sea un poco desmotivante pensar en, bueno, lo estamos haciendo hace no sé cuántos años, porque cada uno hace diferente, digamos, empezó en un momento distinto, pero creo que esa va a ser la única forma. Pero me pasó de que en Instagram vi un video de Greta y otros jóvenes de Europa convocando a la primera movilización internacional, que era el 15 de marzo de ese año, en 2019, y un poco lo que me generó ver ese video es decir, bueno, ¿por qué yo no sé nada del tema? ¿Y por qué no existe ese movimiento que se estaba gestando en Europa, acá en Argentina, donde yo vivo? En realidad, por esa pregunta y esa curiosidad, me llevó a empezar a investigar sobre el tema, y cuando puse cambio climático, el primer sitio que me apareció fue el de ONU, con un título que decía: la crisis climática es un asunto de derechos humanos. Y cuando leí eso, yo todavía tenía el mismo prejuicio que tienen muchísimas personas todavía, que es que la crisis climática es un oso polar y que por ende hay muchísimas cosas antes por las cuales preocuparnos, que no están relacionadas a lo ambiental. Que a veces nos olvidamos que otro mundo es posible. A veces estamos un poco en la inercia del día a día y pensamos que, bueno, el petróleo es lo que tenemos hoy en día y que no hay una forma de seguir viviendo con otro tipo de energías, como uno de los tantos ejemplos de las transformaciones que se tienen que dar. Creo que la juventud tiene eso un poco en nuestra característica de que, bueno, tenemos menos cosas instaladas y por ende nos permitimos capaz imaginarnos, bueno, un futuro que sea distinto, un presente incluso que sea distinto, porque no damos las cosas como dadas, ¿no? O sea, como esto es lo normal, entonces así es como debería funcionar. Creo que mi consejo es por ahí, no olvidarnos que otro mundo es posible y otro mundo que sea más justo socialmente y ambientalmente. Sobre todo, creo que lo que más espero es que haya consenso y acuerdo en cuál es ese camino a seguir y que todos estemos de acuerdo en, bueno, caminamos juntos para ahí, que en unos años realmente vamos a frenar eso, porque creo que la única forma, de nuevo, de frenar la crisis climática es con acción colectiva. Y eso también tiene que ver con acuerdos entre gobiernos, acuerdos entre países y sector privado. Creo que el diagnóstico es compartido, que es que si no tomamos acciones, el futuro que nos espera no va a ser nada lindo. Pero creo que es importante que nos pongamos también de acuerdo en, bueno, cuál es esa salida, y que esa salida sea ambientalmente y socialmente más justa.
Today, we are also commemorating as IBM PC Day in US. On August 12th, 1981, IBM released its first personal computer, Model 5150, earning the occasion a place of honor on the worldwide calendar as a special celebration. IBM PC Day. Without a doubt, this IBM PC transformed the business world. It was the first microcomputer in the modern line and formed the basis for IBM PC's existing standards. It was created in Boca Raton, Florida, by a team of designers and engineers led by Don Estridge, and we are honored to live this age, in this age that benefited greatly from the technological breakthrough. It's hard to imagine what life was before 1980 was like without computers to the present generations. We had a wonderful life without computers. And the present generations, they cannot live without mobile, they cannot live without laptops, gadgets, they cannot live without electricity. All things have changed drastically. Technology plays a vital role in modern life, and modern business would certainly be unable to function without computer-based systems. Before 1980s, IBM only provided business computer systems, which were mini computers. The company soon saw increasing competition in the market, witnessed by the rising profits of competitors in the microcomputer arena. At the time, competitors were Apple, Commodore, and Tandy. Some other large companies such as Texas Instruments, Hewlett Packard, Data General, and some other big customers of IBM were starting to buy Apple computers. To enter this growing market and meet the demands of its customers and business world, IBM decided to develop its first personal computer. IBM PC had a major influence on the market for personal computers. Although other companies introduced microcomputers earlier, IBM had its own significance. Its specifications and configurations became one of the most famous standards for computer design. The only notable competition IBM faced in the 1980s was the Apple Macintosh. Today, the modern day PCs are distant successors of IBM PC. Today is also commemorated as Milkman Day in US, honoring milk delivery and hardworking individuals who make it happen. The Milkman Day is a traditional term for a person whose employment includes delivery of milk. Typically, milk is delivered in bottles or cartons and or packed sachets. People can get their daily dairy needs delivered directly to the door. This makes it easier for the people to acquire the nutrients they require from milk regularly. A milkman is sometimes also known as milkwoman or a milk delivery person. Today is also commemorated as Middle Child Day in US. If you have siblings, you know the rivalry can get real. Middle children often gets less attention from busy parents, but despite the commonly held belief that their insecurity and resentment carries on into adulthood, middle children actually develop some critical skills that help them become successful adults. Whether or not middle child syndrome is real, it's true that middle children, particularly in large families, can get overlooked in the hustle and bustle of daily life. Started in 1986 by Elizabeth Walker, National Middle Child Day celebrates our middle siblings and reminds that each child is precious and important. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations, and we invite any presentations. Those who have registered for this conference for presentations, today is the last day. We are concluding this 10 days conference as we missed out on 1 or 2 days in between. So we have extended this day on this day to accommodate and make it a full 10-day conference, which has exclusively focused on breastfeeding, along with health, well-being, environment, and sustainable development, and related topics. So we request, this is a last opportunity for everyone. Those who have registered but could not present your presentations, utilize this opportunity before we end the sessions. This is a final call, last call for all the presenters. Yeah, Rania Zenati, share your details in chat box. And anyone else waiting to make presentation? Quickly share your details so that we can invite you. In the meanwhile, while the presenters get ready, if you have any queries, feel free to share in chat box. I will be addressing those queries. You can go through, read the instructions on the screen about the conference website, e-certificate link, where you need to check for your e-certificate. And the feedback form will be shared on the website and also to your email address today after closing this session. You can fill the feedback form in Zoom platform. Later on, we'll be sending you an email. Hope you all have received an email which was sent a day before, or might be yesterday, you probably might receive. Kindly go through the instructions, and tomorrow, today or tomorrow, our team will be sending you one more email, or you can visit the website link which is there and fill the link, fill and submit the feedback form, overall feedback form within 24 hours of closure of this event or update of feedback, whichever is earlier. Then within next 3 to 4 days, we'll process the certificates and we shall upload them on the website. You can visit the website and download. And we also have sent you in the same email. We have also sent you the upcoming event, Independence Day celebrations, and also an Independence Day quiz also was sent to you in the same email. We request everyone to submit and be part of the International Independence Day celebrations. And you can also make presentations. No age constraints, no educational qualification constraints. Anyone can present as long as you are adhering to the guidelines and selecting relevant topic. You all are invited to be part of the International Indian Independence Day celebrations. Whichever country you belong to, whichever religion you belong to, doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you can talk about freedom, you can talk about harmony, you can talk about peace, sustainable development, or freedom struggle, or freedom fighters, social reformers, social workers. There are hundreds and hundreds of freedom fighters who are most significant. Of course, there are lakhs of people and crores of people who have fought in the freedom struggle. You can also bring those stories into limelight if you know anyone, along with evidences. Otherwise, you can choose those who are popular and you can also talk about them. But try to be as creative as possible and try to be novel in selecting the topics or talking about freedom fighter or reformers. You can choose anyone and talk for as little as 2 to 3 minutes or as longer as 15 minutes, so that everyone else gets the opportunity. So celebrations will be there for 3 days. That is 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. So from 15th, that is Thursday till Sunday. So 4 days we'll be having, because of it's not a full day, so we have divided every day 2 hours. So that's 8 hours. It's a 1 day program. So you all can join us on 4 days, but you will be getting a 4-day certificate. No need to worry, though it is 8 hours. So every day you can join, and we will also ensure that you are getting opportunity, even if there are more people, even it goes longer also, we'll provide you opportunity. So be prepared and encourage your children, your friends. Especially I would request everyone to encourage children, especially school children and college students, to make a presentation, because they might not get an international platform for themselves at a very engaged. Not everyone is very so fortunate to get such a platform to present their talk. So we request everyone to register and encourage children, especially your children or neighborhood, and you also, along with them, you can also choose a topic and you can help them. You can inform to nearby colleges, schools, let them also register, participate, and let's make it a big bang. And at the end of the day, it's for you all to get benefited. And you will be all provided with a certificate of presentation, participation. And if you want to collaborate also, you can collaborate with us. There is no charges for collaboration. There is no sponsorship fees. Or as such, there is no sponsorship or funding available. We don't accept any funds or any kind of financial help from anyone. All we invite you is your contribution in the form of information, knowledge, dissemination of information, knowledge through this platform, your participation, your presentation, your collaboration. This is what we all invite you, encourage you, request you as part of your contribution. We don't need any financial assistance from anyone. We can manage it by ourselves. We have a very good team and so humble, down to earth, where we are managing ourselves so that to make this platform open, transparent, accountable, leaving no one behind. Everyone will get an opportunity, provided they follow the formalities, they follow guidelines, rules, and regulations. So everyone has the opportunity. Now it's up to you how you are going to utilize this opportunity. Platform is there, opportunity is there. Whether you are going to use this opportunity, utilize this opportunity or not, that's up to you. This opportunity open for everyone across the world. Now, how you are going to utilize this opportunity? You need not create an opportunity for yourself. There is already an opportunity awaiting for everyone on this planet. We need to utilize it. We need to spread opportunities like this to everyone so that everyone can utilize them, so that everyone can benefit from them. We should not keep any opportunities to ourselves. We should extend always opportunities. The joy and happiness lies in giving, not taking. Right? We should give opportunity to others, along with taking some opportunity to give an opportunity to others. We should take an opportunity to give more opportunity to others. So you can utilize this opportunity to give more opportunity to others by your presentation, by your participation, by your encouragement, by your collaboration, by your motivation. So we request everyone to come forward. Certificate is the last thing that comes. No, anyway, if you follow all the formalities, instructions, you will get it. If you don't want certificate, many of them don't take certificates because they are attending because they feel they are contributing, and most of them are retired, or they don't need certificates. They have so many other certificates also. They attend because they want to encourage, they want to motivate, they want to be part of it. Because this is only the one-time opportunity as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. No such event is being organized in this world, even in India, such a long celebrations that are happening. So people want to be part of it. So they do not want to miss this opportunity. So they are participating. It's not that they are going to get a certificate. Being associated with such an event is a great pride. One cannot miss. That's why, whether giving our time to ourselves to spend and being associated with such an event, you'll not get an opportunity. Once this series ends, this series will end as soon as we publish the entire proceedings, and it will be in the form of special commemoration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations, international celebrations, which is one and unique in the entire world, even in India also. So that will be a memorable publication, and that comes at no charge. Everyone has the opportunity now. Whoever is utilizing this opportunity, there is no limit on number of presentations. There is no limit on participation or collaboration. You can get blanket approval to be a co-signatory, to be a collaborator, and no need to spend a single rupee also on that. Many of the collaborators, or I can say all of the collaborators, have come forward and no one is paying anything. It's only their good intent, in their conduct, in their contribution of trying to create a change in the society. That is all what we require. So, of course, we get a lot of collaboration requests, but those are not sustainable. They come for a purpose. But those also we give opportunity on event-to-event basis. So use this opportunity. You may be anywhere in the world, any country, doesn't matter. Utilize this opportunity and be part of it. So we'll move on to the presentations. We got a message. Okay. Yeah, Rania Janati, you can start your video and presentation. Start your video, start your camera, unmute yourself, share your presentation, introduce yourself, and continue with your presentation.
Greetings, sir.
Good evening, Ma.
I'll be sharing my vision.
If your presentation is visible.
At the first, I present myself. Can I start, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You have 3 authors for this paper presentation.
Sorry?
You have three scholars presenting this single one. Single paper.
This, my dear professors, as co-authors.
Okay. Because if you need 3 certificates, all these 3 people have to register.
I register their names at the abstract and at the formula.
No, that's fine. You are presenting, but they also have to register themselves and they have to mention as co-author so that they will also get certificate. They need not present. You are presenting, na? So ask them also to register as co-author from their email address.
Yes, I register them as co-authors.
They should be doing, not you, from their email address.
Okay.
Ask
Then
them to complete. Okay, no problem. If they want certificate, they will do. Otherwise, you don't worry.
Yes, because I have 3 presentations. All the laboratory of the members of our laboratory are participate at this conference as co-authors because due to my dear professors as I presented this presentation.
No problem. See, any one of you can present. No problem. But all the authors should register themselves.
Yes. Okay, sir.
That is, that is common for all conferences. Every author should register individually. But if there are 3 authors, any one author can present. No problem. So ask them also as an author to register themselves.
Okay.
And while registering, they can mention they are co-authors so that we can also issue them certificate. So you inform them. Otherwise, on one certificate, all names will come. That will not help you. Right?
Okay, sir. We have the honor to contribute at this conference. So can I start, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please start.
Okay. So I present myself. I am a doctoral student at the Department of Chemistry at the Laboratory of Environment and Sustainable Development at the Faculty of Sciences and Technology in the University of Ghalizan in Algeria. I have the honor and the pleasure of participating in this wonderful and amazing international conference with my third oral presentation, which is about innovative materials for environmental protection and sustainable development. So, according to the main objective of chemistry, which is the protection of environment and the sustainable development, as you showing in the video, the last video, the protection of our environment is the fundamental right. So, in our study, we choose bioabsorbent materials as the main factor to release our research in order to protect our environment and why these bioabsorbent materials because of the main and the performance properties that we produced by modification of their structure, compositional and structure and the compositional characteristics. So, what are biosorbents? Or what is the definition of biosorbents? Biosorbents are materials which which their origin is biological with intrinsic properties that give them adsorption capacity. So when we talk about biosorbent materials, we talk effectively about the phenomena of absorption. So they are mostly agriculture and industrial waste with the potential of fixing pollutants by adsorptions. And the main examples of these material that their origin is natural is are like sawdust, like rice husks, date stones, tree bark, and coconut, and all the agriculture waste are the main basic source or origin of our innovative materials to release the phenomena of adsorption. So from an agricultural waste, we synthesized an biosorbent material to fix it, to fix the pollutant molecules that are in our study dyes, or at another study heavy metals. In this case, we are talking about pollutant molecules which are dyes. So to eliminate this pollutant from water and to release the phenomena of adsorption, we have chosen these agriculture waste, which is that its chemical composition is illustrated in this image. So lignin, hemicellulose, cellulose are the main composites of this material. So by adding some chemical agents, we synthesize our product in order to eliminate the dye. So by in simple reaction between dyes and these novel material, we eradicate the organic pollutants from water, especially the textile dye. So and at the final, we arrive to innovate structure of a material which is sensorily innovative because of the performance characteristics that defined it like the capacity, the potential capacity to fix pollutants and to realize the total elimination from water, to release the purification of water, and by these the many advantages of this material comparing to another like low energy, and they are also eco-friendly. They respect use of our environment, and also they are low cost according or comparing to the pure biochar as example, or carbon activating. So the main the main properties of these materials are proved by the results to removal these pollutants, these pollutant molecules. So as this table shows, the effect of contact time on the removal of the day studied, the textile day studied by our materials, bioabsorbent materials. So we arrived at the results, the main results, beneficial results, which confirms the effectiveness of our materials, and which validate all our hypotheses to use it or not. So in 1 hour we arrived at the total elimination of this pollutant, and greater than this time also the main and the capacity of absorption is achieved. So it means our objective is achieved. So we validate our materials, and also means that our results are corrected, and we reinforce these results by characterizations of these materials in the future time. So at the end, we can conclude in truth, which is based on the success of our hypotheses and our research at the surface of humanity, of chemistry, of our life. So bioabsorbent materials are one of the major advances in this time, and which confirm the successful acts of materials chemistry. Why? Because their unique properties have been used in innovative application in many sectors, like medicines, like industry and environment, and all these applications is for man, for humanity, for our life. As you talking before, protection of our environment and the release of the development, sustainable development, is the fundamental and the most important right in our world, in our life. So protecting environment is protecting our life. Protecting water is to eradicate the problematic of water pollution, which is the main cause of the climate change. So at the end, thank you for your attention.
Congratulations, Ma, for your insightful presentation.
Thank you, sir.
It is the need of the hour. We also try to, explore what are various other ways, but we need to be cautious also about what is going to be impact in long term and short term. Because these are comparatively new materials, we don't know. Presently, they might be good, but over a period of time, what kind of impact it is going to create on the environment, that we need to study. We need to have longitudinal studies as well, along with cross-sectional studies, so that over a period of time, we can also assess how beneficial are these. We have seen the various revolutions like green revolution, white revolution, and various other revolutions, where excessive use of fertilizers have had a counterproductive, have been proven counterproductive over the years. And now we see, because of the high yielding and excessive use of fertilizers and other things, many of the areas which were under such practice have gone barren. And there was no water levels also declined. And similarly, so we need to assess the potential of such materials wherever we are introducing it. And we also need to find, the naturally existing materials and how different they are from these lab prepared materials, and whether there is a significant difference among these or not. Only when we study, all these kinds of things, then we can, come with a more sustainable materials in long run. So don't stop your research here. What I mean to say is, take it for a longitudinal study as well, over a period of years, for next 10, 15 years. You do research. First year, what is the impact? Any development, whether it is productive or counterproductive. Second year, what has happened? Third year, 10th year, 15th year, 20th year. That's how we have been learning. And if it has been proven at any time counterproductive, then what kind of damage it has created, if at all, if any. Otherwise, if it was productive, how it was productive and what much better can be done. In this way, we'll be doing a very good contribution to the nature and environment. Because nowadays we are seeing, plastic eating bacteria. And many such things are being introduced into the environment to combat plastic pollution. Again, there is a lot of ambiguity whether it eats only plastic or it will eat humans also, or it will eat animals also. Because, we have very limited scientific data, empirical data. If it can eat plastic, which is, very hard to decompose, digest, it can also digest or eat any other particle, right? Even iron, steel. So how different is that? And over a period of time,
Yes.
these all mutate themselves. Initially, it may be something else which we have created in lab, like COVID, which was created in lab. But when it came and interacted with the real world, real time, it manifested into a different organism itself. And today we have a lot of mutations across the world. So we also need to observe such phenomena that is happening and record such developments that will help us in long run. So because you are budding, scientist in chemistry, a researcher, so kindly focus on that in your future research so that, your legacy of leaving sustainable materials, especially in conservation of environment, would leave a legacy for not just you, but also for upcoming research scholars. So I congratulate you and your team once again. Wonderful presentation, and wish you all the success for your future endeavors.
Yes, sure. The most of the pollutant molecules that our study is main on it are biodegradable. So, because of the main structure of this pollutant shows that they are toxic. So the analyze and the characterization of this pollutant and also the materials are difficult. So to show the details of our study, we need to these characterizations to validate more and to publish and we are able to publish our study and at this condition. This is the first condition and the most condition, the most condition that all the world need. So to characterize that these material are beneficial or not, or these pollutants are really pollutant, we need to these characterization. We need to do equipment. This is the problem. This is the problem to the transition from laboratory to industry.
Yes, ma'am. So hope
like for example, sir, for example, pesticides or dyes, or when we study the structure of these pollutants, we arrived at the main characteristics, but the rest we cannot study because of the problem of characteristics.
Yes, ma'am. So hope we will also come with some solutions for these kind of challenges.
Yes. And this conference is the opportunity to debate and to progress the main intent to progress in our study.
Nice.
From your from evolution. Your evolution is the main step to progress in our study.
Yes, ma'am. That's why, things keep evolving over space and time. So we need to, observe them carefully and document it so that it will be useful for present generations as well as future generations. And such documented so-called scientific base or empirical evidence will act as a reference, literature for present and future research as well. So, yeah, thank you for your addition. And
thank you, sir, so much. Thank you.
So, congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can I stop the...
Yeah, you can stop your presentation.
Okay, sir. I hope all the success in your profession, and we hope more future conferences in the future time. Thank you, sir.
So, friends, as you know, today is the last day, and we have come to end of this sessions. So the last call for any presenters who are still yet to present but registered. Now you can make a request in the chat box and make a presentation quickly. This is the last call. And if there are any topics also, you can mention in the chat box or in the feedback form. So we'll be daily 6 to 8. We have sessions going on along with commemorations. So we request everyone to join us as per your convenience. I know every day for everyone it may not be possible, but whenever it is possible, whenever it is feasible for you, do join. Take this opportunity to present, to participate, and to collaborate and be part of this wonderful celebration. So in these 10 days, we have learned so many things on breastfeeding. And if anyone would like to share your feedback or your learnings in these 10 days, what you have learned, if anyone would like to share, you can raise your hand. We can allow you, we can permit you to share your feedback or observations. It's a wonderful opportunity to share. If anyone is interested, you can raise your hand or you can use your chat box to share in a minute or two. If you can't remember everything, also fine. Okay, you can use the feedback form as well. So now we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which is being shared in the chat in the form of polls. And you can continue to provide your feedback. And we express our heartfelt gratitude for your valuable time and resources for joining us through participation, through presentation and collaboration for this 10 days international conference on World Breastfeeding Week. We appreciate all your efforts in making this conference successful. So we would continue to create more awareness, though it may be under different nomenclature, like it may be a webinar, seminar, workshop, conference, whatever nomenclature we use as per the requirements, but the dissemination of knowledge will continue. So every day you can join with the same link from 6 to 8 p.m. and you can present, you can participate, you can collaborate, and you can learn daily insights on various topics and make a regular habit of learning. And also share the details of this event with your friends and colleagues so that they can also utilize this opportunity. So we once again thank each and everyone, all the participants, all the presenters, all the collaborators, and wish these disseminations, these deliberations will help us to take this awareness and knowledge to increase the rate of breastfeeding and also secure, nurture the future of our generations through promoting breastfeeding and supporting breastfeeding. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. See you all tomorrow for the webinar series. And we have an international celebration starting on 15th August. Anyone can present. So we request everyone to encourage and share your details and register yourself as a presenter, participant, or collaborator, as it may be applicable, and share this information with your friends, colleagues, so that they can also utilize this opportunity. So see you all tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Before leaving, ensure that you are submitting your feedback form, and also ensure that you are checking your registered email mostly today or tomorrow. You will be receiving an email, and once the email is sent from our end and it's get updated from that time till 24 hours. Within 24 hours, complete all the formalities. Presenters, ensure that you are completing all the formalities, and participants also ensure that you are completing all the formalities so that the certificates can be generated automatically by the system. So see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.